Today, we're going to demonstrate how to start the Aviation Hot Start TBM 900. Here we are inside the cockpit. First thing we want to do is flip open the bar here and turn the generator power switch to GPU. Turn down the lights here a little bit. And as we wait for the displays to come up, the displays are tied to the power. There's no actual avionics switch. I'm gonna fiddle with my GTN here for a second while this boots up. This is the audio warning that it gives us. It will not stop until you hit the master caution,
information
master
echo.
warning light.
1900 Zulu.
Aural warning, okay.
Wind 220 at 7, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 7,000 broken,
And then we're just
9,000
waiting
overcast,
for the
temperature 13,
Garmin
dew point 5,
avionics system to boot up.
altimeter 2991. Arriving runways 20,
I usually get the
25,
ATIS
departing
while I do
runways
this,
20,
as you can see.
Pause
25.
system test.
Advise on
Okay.
initial contact, you have echo.
Alright, and that tells us that the primary flight display is almost booted up. And then we'll go over here and turn on the multifunction display. The multifunction display is where you'll find all the checklists. Here we have the before start checklist. We're checking to make sure there's fuel selected. Power's an idle or cut off. And you can hit the little checklist button there and it'll check it off for you. Turn on the strobe lights. Make sure the propeller area is clear. And then we turn on the auto boost pump. The ignition switch and the starter switch. We're waiting for the NG to rise to 20%. And then we put it into low idle. And as you can see, nothing's happening here because I forgot to hit the ignition switch. So we cut off here because it'll give us this warning here telling us that there's too much fuel accumulating. So I aborted the start. And then I went over here to the maintenance window just to make sure that I didn't damage anything in the airplane. Turn off the warning here. The plane likes to give you lots of warnings. Double check again just to make sure that I didn't flood anything or ruin the starter or anything, because if you don't follow the procedure correctly, it can damage some of these parts. They did an excellent job of modeling that. Alright, and because I flooded the engine, it's better to do a dry start without the aux boost pump on. And then I turn the ignition on, hit the starter switch again, watching the NG. and then bringing the throttle up to low idle. And you can hear the engine spool up. Some of these checklist items. And then we're going to take care of some of the cleanup items to get rid of the CAS messages there. Turning on the autopilot trims, turning the boost pumps to auto, turning the battery switch to generator. And sometimes you have to cycle it so the warning actually goes away. Sometimes it won't go away until you've reached a higher engine RPM, I've noticed. The same with the bleed air. Once you turn the bleed air on, it won't get rid of the CAS message until you're in flight idle. Go from the GPU to the generator. And I've disconnected the generator and brought the throttle up to flight idle. You want to make sure that the brakes are on because this thing will take off and taxi rather quickly in flight idle. Over here we're turning on the auto fuel selector and the autopilot trims, the bleed air and the air conditioning.
Walla Walla Information Echo 2000 Zulu weather.
I'm getting the altimeter again
7,
here.
visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 7000 broken, 9000 overcast, temperature 13, dew point 5. Altimeter 2991. Arriving runways 2025, departing runways 2025. Advise on initial contact.
Set the altimeter. Turning on the stall heat, the stabilizer heat, and the inertial separator. Pitot heat. And that takes care of all the CAS messages. I didn't forget anything. Trying to do everything in order here. Remove the chocks. And I haven't got very good at taxiing this thing yet. It likes to taxi really quick, and the thing is, if you ride the brakes to slow it down, the brakes will get hot, and you'll get a warning that'll say delay takeoff for 15 or 30 minutes, or however long, depending on how hot your brakes are. I have just put it back into low idle before to slow it down, but you probably shouldn't do it that way. And I have a hard time getting it into high idle because it has that cross section, and with the mouse it's a little difficult to get it to that detent, I guess. But overall, I have to say this is an excellent plane. It is a study level quality in my opinion. The flight dynamics are great. It's a pretty easy plane to fly if you do it by the book. Don't get me wrong, I've crashed it a few times getting used to landing it. But you can always go into the airframe manager and get a new airplane if you total it. So I will be flying this plane quite a bit in the future. There will be a lot of future videos with this plane. I'm planning on a series where I pick up a TBM 900 from the factory and fly it all the way to Southern California. So that will be our upcoming video series. I may throw in a more in-depth review of the TBM 900 in the future. I just wanted to give a quick video on basically how to get it started and how to get yourself up in the air with it. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. Also click that little bell up there so you can make sure you get those notifications. I want to thank you very much for